So all right, so we are back where we started. We are right back where we started, right? So apologies, there was some epileptic power supply there, so it just interrupted my video and things like that, and that's why we have a blank at the end. So I'll just continue from where we stopped earlier, so that you can just so this will be part of episode 3 part 1, sorry, episode 3 part 2 now. So like I said, I think we stopped here. So we stopped at this application error. So I think what we were trying to do then was to excuse me, what we're trying to do there was to run the, what's it called now, yeah, to run this guy and know what error we are supposed to get and things like that. So this guy didn't return any error or so of any sort, but I actually expected to throw an error, probably specifying this, that this guy was not defined and things like that. But well, he didn't do that for some reason. I don't know, but then whatever the case is, it threw the error that I wanted it to throw. So you can decide to choose either of these guys. Either you use this guy or use this guy. Anyone that suits your usage thereabout. So I think that's that. Then what again? I've already defined this guy now, so we shouldn't get any error anymore. Yeah. So that was that about the controller, and I think I've spoken together with whatever I've said now. I've said it together in line with services as well. So if you intend to use services, like I said, you have to do something like we have done here, similar stuff. So let me just show you that, so that it doesn't look like what are we doing really. Okay, so you can, I'm just gonna copy just one of these guys, then go straight to here, right, and do the comma, the Strapi thing, right, Seri, the Strapi thing, then yeah. So then we have something like that, then we do something like this, yeah. Then now saying fetch only one vehicle, right? So you're just trying to fetch only one vehicle, so you can just straightforward and do our await, yeah, what's it called now, response, yeah, equals to, so of course we are meeting a let there, or a constant, whatever it is you want to use, response await, then the strappy guy that we have, .db .query. Okay, apologies about my typo. The screen is far from from the keyboard a bit, so you don't need to just look up and down a bit. All right, so that, then we do find one, right, where whatever conditions we try to set. So if we are passing something in here, probably something like the query, sorry, the API here, and the query. So we have something like that. Then so what we have here is just the API, right? Then we have the query, yeah, the query here. So whatever the query is, we add that here. Then we just return that response. That's all. Return the response. That's all. So this guy. So what I expect us to do now is to go there, go in here, copy this guy, go into the vehicles controller, try to import const here. So try to import fetch. I'm expecting my editor to help me here. Fetch only one it is. It's not allowing us to do that yet. So require, how require it? Require so dot so going to service, right? Then vehicles, then yeah. So what we are expecting here now should now be fetch, sorry, fetch I was expecting that guy to just bring up this for me. So but then let's just go and copy it and paste by itself. So we have that. So I'm extracting this guy out. So sorry, I'm destructuring rather this guy out. Yeah, so we have that guy. So when I'm running this guy now, all I just need to do, let me do it here. All I just need to do is just say vehicles equals to that guy, then pass the two parameters that we want to pass, that which is the API, right? This guy, that's the API, and the API and the query that we wanted to pass. So the query will just be in form of something like that, where we can now do yeah, this guy here. So you can see it's literally, it's that white. You can see why I said I just prefer something like this. It's a bit straightforward this way actually. Just know that you have everything you need here, except probably it is too much on a page and you just wanted to extract the part out. Yeah, you can just do that, just that. But then I don't know, that's a personal preference though. So we have this guy here, we have the result, right? Then we have the vehicles. Yeah. So having done this, I expect that everything should just work. So this guy is gonna be an await. Yeah. So I expect everything to just work. So let's check the server. So as the server is restarting, so I'm going back here to check for, just put 2 here. So wow, internal server error. So why are we getting that? Why are we getting internal server error? So do we still have this guy on the route sheet? Yeah, we still do. Okay, great. So where are we getting, where is the error coming from? The vehicle. So probably we are not able to get a vehicle. So let me just console log this guy to see if it even got here in the first place. So we know where our error is coming from. Got here in the first place. Got here. All right. So let's just wait for it. Right. Let's wait for it. So I'm expecting this guy to have started. Okay, it's not a function. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, blah blah yada yada. So we even have the error on our console log. So it's trying to tell us that line 36 of the controller, is not correct. So it's not getting this guy. It's not getting this guy. It's not getting this guy. But we need to extract it. It's not getting this guy. Okay. So what do we do in this case? I don't know. I don't know about this yet. So I'm still wondering why we are having this issue. I guess that's why I didn't want to display this at first, because I wasn't sure about how we're going to import it yet. Yeah, I wasn't sure about how the import will work for this guy. So but it got to that place. It got to the point that we needed it to get to, which is this guy. So I'm wondering why. Okay, let's find help to the documentation. So when we are overriding a service, yeah. So let's just see how that has been done. We'll just use that. All right. It's okay. It's more of an async kind of thing, not the other way around. You can see what I'm trying to say. So you have to just check that documentation. You have to, or else you're going to run into trouble like we just did. All right. So just this is the format for overriding a service. So you have to just do it that way. Then I think it will be good after that has been done. So I'm just going to just do something like this. Do an async like that. Then expect this guy to just work this way. Yeah. So that's it. It's more like a kind of a local function like the ES5 kind of function, but then the only missing part is this, that there's no function specifically there's no we didn't have something like that says this function, something like this. We didn't have something like that there. Sorry. Yeah, so we didn't have something like this there. So that's it. But this, I think this should just work now, hopefully. So let's restart again and just let's run that. Yeah. So after showing us what controller services are all about, so I think I'll just dive into oh, we are still having one or two errors. I wouldn't know why we still get that error. What is going on with this guy? Still not a function. Then how do you now use it if that is not a function yet? I'm curious to know about how do we use that. I'm thinking about this. We already know how to do this. All right. Okay. Oh, I see. So we now have to call it this way: strapi.service dot get the API and everything. Then we now pass whatever we need to pass. So I'm just copying this and putting that there. So that's what we need to do, right? That's what we just need to do there. We are not supposed to import anything really. So what we are supposed to do here is just do something like this. With this guy. So yep, that's what we need to do. So we're not sending this guy out. We are only adding what's it called now? What is it? Fetch only vehicles. So we have fetch only vehicles here instead. Yeah. So let's run that and let's see what happens. So just have to do this guy. Yeah. So it seems Strapi has a mechanism that makes it knows which service to go and pick. Alright. So that's what we have here really, and I feel this should just work now. So let's see this. If it doesn't work, even if it doesn't work, we're going to move on to the other part of this system. Oh fine, it worked now. Can you see that? Like, isn't that awesome? So I was trying to display to you that the populate worked for this selection worked for this stuff. Why? Because we have more than name and models. Okay, we have more than name and models. This is a relationship. This is also a relationship. That's which is related to the populate. This is also a relationship which is related to the populate. This is a relationship. So that's why we have this. So we are supposed to see things like what is it called now? We're supposed to see things like status, description, but we didn't see them. We only saw name and model and the ID and stuff like that. Can you see that? So that shows that the selection works. So you can just do that for some endpoints that you feel you don't want to return every damn thing. All right, so that's that. Then and I think I just showed you how to use this service and stuff like that. So it looks cleaner. So it can be adopted, like I said, but I'll still prefer this whole where I just write everything together and just for writing sake, really, and speed also as well. Because I don't know, it still looks more of a code for me. Look at how long this function took us. Look at this function, how long it is here. Okay, how long the function is here. That's that. Then how long the function, how we have to use it again. You can see that it's just the same 1 2 3 4, same line 1 2 3 4, right? So that's it. So it would have been better if there are a lot of things that has been abstracted again. Okay, so you can abstract a lot of other things. Really, yeah, we can do that. Instead of adding this guy, we can remove it, since we already know that, okay, it's coming from a particular it's coming from the same content type. So we can just do this guy, we can make this guy static. Yep. Sorry, in fact it can just be only one stuff here. So just make this guy static here, something like that. Then we have, yeah, something like this, so that all we just need to pass here is just a query. So here you just have to remove this guy entirely. We still have the same line of code, really. All right, so we still have the same line of code. All right, so I'm just going to move straight away from here. I think we've taken much time here, really. So the next thing now is life cycle. So life cycle is a very important part of Strapi. Okay, so there are a lot of applications that we must have used, whereby we have something that says that, okay, after this thing has been created, another database should be populated, or a field should be updated, or a notification should be sent, or something like that. Or imagine an e-commerce site whereby somebody purchased a goods or an item, right? Somebody purchased an item, and immediately it pays, the person gets an email. So that kind of system. So instead of going through the stress of creating an endpoint, because like I said, this is more, the Strapi system has all the codes that you need, all the endpoints provided for you out of the box, except you are having, or you want to do some particular logic. That's when this customization comes in, okay, which I've shown you out already. So so in the case that you'll be only be using the CRUD, that's the CRUD endpoint that we generated here. In a case where you just be using only the CRUD, okay, just the post, the get details, the put, and the delete. In the case that you'll only be using that, you might just want to send something after an item has been deleted, or after the item has been created, or after the item has been updated, or after the item has been something, just an event has taken place, right? So something to notify that, oh, an event has taken place. So it's very straightforward, right? So Strapi gives something we call a life cycle. I would have wanted to just show you from my head, but then since we already have the documentation open, then why don't we just do that, right? Why don't you just go through the content? So the documentation rather. So holy shit. Okay, they come again. The light is off again, so apologies again. Sorry, apologies. When it comes on, I'll continue with my video. Thanks. Yeah, so yeah. So what we are looking for basically is a life, what they call life cycle, right? So they call some things life cycle. So this life cycle is very important for us to understand, right? So yeah, very important for us to understand. So I would go through it in most simplest ways, actually, in the most simplest way. So basically what we are just looking for is this guys here. Okay, forget about what we are using here. Well, you can use it to listen to event programmatically and stuff like that, so it happens and blah blah. But then you can just use this guy directly. Okay, you can use this guy directly, so it can be asynchronous, it can be synchronous, whichever we want to call it. So most times I've just used it this way exactly. You understand me? So that what I've used exactly. So excuse me, please. So just gonna copy this guy. Look at it, look at the folder. has to be within the content type folder, the content type, the API name, the content type, then the API name again, then the this file here. So I'll just go back straight to what we've done here. So this is what we're looking for, right? So we just have to create the content, the API name, which is which is vehicle again. Okay. Then we have that. Then inside it, oh, it says we already have vehicle within it. Is that it? Let me check. I'm not sure. Oh, we already have vehicle within it. So all we just need to do is to add life cycle. All right. So life cycle JS. So I'm just gonna go straight and just copy what we have here and paste. That's all. So we now have to now do a lot of customization. So we'll be going through the life cycles now. Then we see how they all work exactly. So I have this guy here, right? Then yeah. So before you create, you can get almost everything you want, but basically you only be getting something from the event before you create. So you only be getting because it won't yet have it database. It won't have gotten to database. This is pre okay. Before you create, then you can modify, you can manipulate a particular field before you save it down to database. All right, so that's what this guy is trying to tell us to do. Okay, so assuming you have data, you are posting a record that needs to be manipulated before it gets to that database, then all you need to do is just extract those data. So data, if there is a where condition, if there is a select condition, if there is a populate condition, then so whatever you need to do, you can just do that here before that that record is being created. So after the record is being created, so you get something like what we call a result, then you get a param. So the param just serves like yeah, it sounds like all this one we have here where we get the data, whatever has been posted or put, whichever verbs you are trying to use, even if it's a get that you are using a query on. All right, so you have something like that here. So that's that. Then the other guy that you want or that you have is result. So this result is more like after it has been created on database, what did the database return back? That's why we have this here. And I think this is what I'm going to be demoing. I don't have enough time to actually demo this, so you can try that on your own. So what we're going to just do is to create a particular thing and console log it. So it's because it's not something you can see on the API response. You can only console log to see it, right? So I'll just do something like this. Results. Yeah, so that we see that okay, that's the result. Then we have the parameter, sorry, params, yeah, which is parameter as well. Params. So that we have the params here. Yeah, so we have that. So let's save. So after having saved that, just to prove to you that this stuff just works out of the box, you're going to be creating something from here, right? You're going to be creating something from here. So just wait. You're getting error because the server is here to start. Yeah, so it's going to come up now. Right, so it's why it's back up. So I'm going to create a new vehicle. So let's say Ferrari, right? The model W80 or W90, whichever model you want to choose. Then you have this guy here, right? Then well, let's leave the model and the user the way they are. All right, let's just save. So basically, if you now go back here, you can see the params. Look at it. Look at the params here. Look at what we can get. You can get the populate, right? You can get why, because the populate has true. It has true all the way here. Look at it here. It has true all the way here. Where do you have it here? In fact, we are even doing it from within, not from our API. So automatically it populates, it has the make all the relationship true. Okay, it makes all the relationship true by itself automatically. So that's what. So for the result, you can see that after it has been created, it returned the object of the new file. You can see Ferrari, oh sorry, of the new record Ferrari. You have the model here, you have the active and stuff like that. So that's that really. You can see it's not much of an hassle. Yeah, that's the life cycle. It's very useful and very important. So if you intend to send a mail within the code there, you can do that. If you intend to send a notification within the code there, you can do that for every of this stuff. So the life cycle is one of the most important features with on Strapi. Like, it makes things just happen. Okay, you can say even it even happens, it even works with just saving to database directly, which is very awesome. So I just want to walk you through. I think there's nothing more to actually display here. I just want to walk you through the life cycles types that we have. Okay, we have create, before create, we have after create, we have a lot of them. Okay, so I'm just going to look for where they listed them so that we can, oh great, so you can see them. But you have a lot. You have a lot to play with, man. So you have before create, you have before create many, you have after create many, blah blah. So you can have that like on and just pick the one you want. Of course, you can't use everything at once. Just pick the one you want. I'm sure you might want to use, you'll be using after create and after updates. Check it. So this after update too works. You can do that. We can just mimic that right now and just work and just see. uh so we have this guy here. So it can be an async, you can make this an async. Now assuming how to make this an async, I'll just do async here, right? Oh sorry, apologies. So yeah, an async here. Yeah. Oh, why are we still having this? Okay, sorry, let's do it this way in case, because I'm confused why we still have that here. Better still. Oh, sorry. It's more. It looks like that of the services. So events. Then we have our sync here, right? Yeah, great. So it can be an async, like I mentioned. So it's all, since it is after create or after update, it is always certain that a result will be returned from database. So we can just always we can retrieve whatever we need to retrieve from that. In fact, we can create another database from here and say something like probably we need to update another record somewhere, or do something somewhere after a particular record has been updated. So we can still get that strappy thing that we normally use, and get everything that we need to get. So to get the strappy thing, we can do something like this, right? Yeah. Let's see if this works. If it does not work, then probably I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, I thought as much. So that's it. So you have Strapi there, Strapi there. So we can then now use that now to now do strapi.db.query another database. Query another database, right? So you query it, you create another thing, look for another thing somewhere somehow. Then we can do that like we've done for in the controller, like we've done in the controller. So we can do that as well, and we can still use this service here that we add here to even still fetch whatever we need to fetch, even from within the after create that we have here. So that's how awesome and how interesting Strap is. Okay, it makes things very easy for you to do. And I think that's all. So the only thing that we need to test here is just this guy, which is after update. So let me just go and do that clearly, and we then move to socket. So socket will be the last thing that we're touching. There are a lot of more advanced things that you can do with this guy, like creating middlewares and do a lot of stuff. Okay. Of recent, I worked on a project that I had to create a full-fledged middleware so that we can manipulate the responses based, so that the consumers can identify one or two things. I had to modify a whole lot of things on the middleware. So doing that was, well, it was thoughtful. Like, okay, it was thoughtful. Like, by thoughtful I mean a lot of thought went into implementing it. Okay, but then in the end everything was okay. Probably I'll just walk you through what I did there. I won't be replicating. I may not be replicating it here, but I'll just copy the code and paste and explain what I've done there. Then you understand how things actually works. Okay, so yeah. So we have this guy. All we're trying to do is to check after updates. So we are doing after updates now. Clicking on this guy. So this guy now has been created, right? Has been published as well. I don't expect anything to come up. Yeah, good. So if I now just go back, just for go back, going back sake, I come back here now to say, okay, I'm updating this to if you're W900. All right. So I click on save. So I expect to get a notification here. Didn't we? Hold on. There's something. We are looking for something here, right? Is it because we use async? Let's remove it then. If it's gonna cause us problem. So let's just use this guy alone. Or probably it's because we did this. Yeah, probably it's because we did this really. So let's leave the async. Let's remove the Strapi here for now. So you might find out the Strapi thing might be available automatically within here. So what I'm going to do is just console log the Strapi so that we see if it's available or not. So that we don't have to call it twice or something. Excuse me. All right, so I'm hoping that it's already started. Okay, yeah, great. So I'm going to save it again then. So I don't expect this guy to work well. I got this, right? I'm changing the description here, clicking on save. Then something is okay, great, it worked. So you can see. So it means Strapi worked even without us. Strapi worked even without us importing it. So we can access Strapi from the lifecycle directly. You can see database too is available for us to use. You can see a lot of other functions that is available here for us to use and things like that. So you can understand the power of this system. Very crazy. You can see should run migration. Well, I haven't used this guy before because there has been no need for it. Of course, we have schemas and we have other things that we can do. We have entity managers. We have all these guys update, delete many. You can attach relationship. You can create many as well. You can create an array. So since version 4. You can create many as many as many records as possible at once. All right, and you can update as many records as possible at once as well. Since version 4, it was not possible in version 3. So you can see a lot of other stuff here, right? So looking at that now, so I think we already have everything we need. This Strapi. Look at the Strapi console logged. That's the Strapi here. So before now we now get to the params. You can see Strapi here. So it got the registered version, the registered guys, everything that it needs, the component and everything and stuff. So this is what we updated, right? We updated this guy to W900 and I got this. So we updated to this guy as well. So look at the time of update. So this is the current time this video is being done. So you can see what we have here. Or 6 minutes ago that was the same, but whatever it is, you can see I go this W900 etc. So that's what we have really, right? So we have that. So I think that's all with generally with Strapi. So we now integrating sockets to it now is now something that we need to now look at. All right. So it's very how do I put this word now? It's very integrating sockets with version 3. It's very easy. All right, but it wasn't with version 4. All right, it's not that easy in version 4, but I'm just going to walk us through that slightly. So let's just make that the next video so that we just start from there afresh. Okay, thanks.